Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit more about goals from a slightly different perspective. So in the past, I've talked about the specific goals that I have for January. I want to call those micro goals. But now I want to look behind those and talk about the macro goals that I'm really concerned about that motivate those small challenges and small goals that I set up for myself in January and that I will set up again for myself with new goals in February. I'll start with my desire to wake up at 7:15 as a micro or macro goal in and of itself. Basically, I don't think that there's anything laying behind that. I typically am a night person. It can be difficult for me to wake up in the morning. Now, as of this semester, my job requires that I be up early. So that's getting easier. But overall, I want to be the type of person who doesn't have a difficult time waking up at 7:15. So I don't think that there's anything macro about that necessarily. A lot of my goals, the macro that sits behind them is health related. And so if you talk about drinking tea, running 20 miles, doing Fitness Plus, all of that is related to my desire to be healthy. And so with choosing to drink tea for a month, my goal wasn't, man, I love tea, I want to just drink tea. But my goal was to say, what would it look like for me to, after this month is over, to have a healthier relationship with the drinks that I ingest so that there's more variety. I'm not just going for soda or diet soda or energy drinks and coffee, but I can have tea on a more regular basis. So the goal is kind of variety and balance in the drinks that I consume. The goals with the riding my bike every day and doing yoga every day are helping me establish habits of exercise that I'm doing on a regular basis. If it's not every day in the future, it's at least most days out of the week. Since I graduated high school, weight maintenance has been really difficult for me. Originally, eating healthy food was difficult for me. I'm at a better place when it comes to eating a balanced diet. But keeping weight off is hard. I've learned over the course of the last year-ish that gaining muscle is pretty easy for me, but it's a constant balance of trying to figure out what works to help me get down into a weight range that I'm comfortable with. So that's the macro goal that lays behind those three. With reading my Bible on a daily basis and prayer, those are both skills related to my faith. Obviously, the macro goal there is to both know and get closer to God. I think that one's pretty transparent. And then my meditation and journaling are both goals that are related to mindfulness, which is something that I want to embody for the rest of my life, just being aware of the things that I'm doing, how I'm feeling in the moment, etc. And I found that one to be really helpful. So while a lot of these are going to tweak going forward, I don't think that my meditation or my journaling is going to stop. If anything, I want to get better, especially at journaling, because as you'll see in a couple of videos, journaling has been difficult for me still. Historically, it's difficult for me to just sit down and journal. Even though I see the benefit. Meditation, on the other hand, is something that I've gotten used to the point where I don't want to miss it. So I just think that helps maintain a posture of mindfulness, I'll say. And then finally, doing this. Recording YouTube videos has been consistent so far. And the macro goal behind that isn't just related to YouTube, it's related to being creative. So this is an outlet of creativity that I've chosen. And while in the future I can choose to have different goals that are not tied to YouTube directly, I do think for the time being and for the next year, this is something that I'm going to be doing to express myself creatively. So those are my macro goals. Talking about all of my micro goals, consider your own goals for 2021 or January 2021 and think through what macro goal is lying behind this. Is this one of those goals that is micro and macro where it's a kind of an either or is there a clear connection to something that you want to embody in your life that this goal is helping you achieve in one way or another? And I would love to talk to you down in the comments because I know that many of you have been following along and thinking through what your habits are and how they're related to, your goals just generally. So feel free to go down to the comments and let me know what you think. So I'm Matt Loret. I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Push the button.
I'm pushing the button.
Push the button.
Pushing the button.
Push the button.
I'm pushing the button.
Push the button.
Push the button.